Hello. Yeah, it takes a woman second woman on stage to talk about emotions and empathy. Lana, the founder of Heartbeat AI, it's an emotion analytics platform, and it helps companies like Joanna's to understand emotions of their customers at scale and to build empathy. Because once you understand what your customers, consumers, employees feel, you can walk in their shoes. But today, I don't want to talk about sorry. No. The other one, right, okay. But today I don't want to talk about Heartbeat much. I want to talk about something that's very important to me personally and professionally. It's the intersection between humanity and technology, particularly, especially the role that artificial intelligence is going to soon play in our lives and definitely will play huge roles in the lives of our children. I believe that we need to put humans in the center of AI. There's this old joke from 70s that AI is a machine that can make a perfect chess move even when your room is on fire. It's an old joke, 40 years, but it's kind of sad that it still holds true, that we are creating AI that is great at playing games and apps and having fun while the planet needs really serious solutions to our problems. There's just a raise of hands. Can you think of one artificial intelligence application that currently is trying to solve the world's biggest problems? Can think of one? Two? Yes. Very few people. I want to live in a world where all your hands will go up, when we all can think of a major AI application that is solving the world's problems. Stanford AI professor Fei Li and the Google chief scientist came up with the vision that in the next wave of artificial intelligence research, we want to make more helpful and useful machines. Helpful and useful be the keyword. We've got to bring back the contextual understanding. We've got to bring back knowledge, abstraction, and reasoning. These are all most important things. Heartbeat is solving a little puzzle in the middle of all this big vision, teaching machines the language of emotions so that machines can help us build empathy. I think that together with the tech community, we can build great, powerful tools that can empower millions of people around the world. And those tools should be useful and helpful. And I have a vision, and I want to share that vision with the world. And actually, I came across this beautiful video that can show it so much better than I can tell. So I want to share this video of the future of AI-powered tools that will help millions of people. Oops. Okay.
To think about what kinds of technology are going to be coming to us in the future. By extrapolating from current trends, we can make some good guesses about some of the astonishing inventions that are going to be around 30 or 50 years from now. Yet when we imagine the technology of the future, too often we restrict our imaginations to particular areas. We think a lot about what's going to happen around things like high-speed air travel, space exploration, energy generation, telecommunications, and warfare. But the potential of technology is in truth going to be far broader than this. In the future, technology will first and foremost develop to help us deal more successfully with our emotional lives. Thanks to advances in artificial intelligence, robotics, and nanoengineering, we predict we're going to see an explosion in what we like to call emotional technology. Here are our predictions about 4 inventions we feel sure will exist in half a century or so, especially if we talk enough about them today. Named after the world's greatest early philosopher, Socrates, who famously said that the first philosophical priority is to know yourself, Socrates will be a piece of wearable emotional technology that will make up for our failures of self-knowledge in real time. We imagine it as a kind of wearable life coach with a total understanding of our mental health, who we are, and what we need to thrive emotionally. At key moments, Socrates will be on hand to temper our excesses and correct our emotional blind spots. It will know when we're getting to an angry outburst and counsel us wisely before it's too late. It will sense mounting panic and be on hand immediately with the most soothing insights humanity has ever had. It'll wean us away from unhelpful desires and compulsions towards more fruitful and enriching pursuits. It'll know when we need an extra challenge. It will ensure that we can at all times be the best version of ourselves.
So if you find that video on the School of Life, there'll be 3 more great predictions. So I recommend you go and check that video out. And I'm open to questions.
Hi. I found that the video is very interesting, talking about the emotion technology. So it does say, like, when you kind of in a bad mood, it will produce you some soothing things to calm you down. So on the opposite side, is this technology really control your emotion, or you control that technology? Because whatever people are afraid and worry about AI, it's like we human are actually get controlled by the machine. So it's really, I need to know, I need that emotion, or the machine tells me. Yeah, that's my question.
Yes, and it's a big question, and I don't think anyone has an answer. It's about the balance, I think. Well, it has to be safe, it has to be built on trust, so you know that your personal information is not sold and manipulated. And once you build trust, if there's a tool with you 24/7 that can help you recognize your emotions and say, hey, you're not dying, you're just having a panic attack before presentation, you're gonna be fine. That would help me. Actually, when I go do these things. Yeah, so those tools, it's very important to build them so they don't control people. They offer people a coach in the pocket. They offer people a psychotherapist in the pocket. Gentle reminders that the life is much bigger than our stresses of everyday life. So, and that's why it takes a big community to build those tools. It's not just one company, I think it's a community.
Last question.
Hi there. Back in the 70s, so there was an MIT professor named Tenenbaum. He made a program called Lisa, and it was basically keyboard entering of your thing, how are you feeling today, and asking your emotions, and playing like a little NLP psychiatrist, and why you're feeling happy and sad and all that. I presume this is a step up where you're trying to do facial recognition or body signatures and reading. Could you explain like how you want to emotionally read this person? Is it going to be, they're going to write essays out to this thing, or are they going to be like have an infrared camera and looking at this person and understanding like they're angry or sad? Like how are you approaching this?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's different companies approaching it from different angles. You mentioned Lisa. Lisa was a kind of a trick, you know, a chatbot that would tell you, so how do you feel? And you would say how you feel, and how do you feel about that? So it's a kind of a, you know, tricky conversation without true recognition of emotions. Heartbeat is about understanding emotions from text, understanding a wide range of emotions from how you express it verbally in language. There are other tools that understand emotions from facial language, expressions, tools that understand emotions through biometrics. So I think the combination of those tools will create that future AI that will help us 24/7. I think it takes more than one data input, not just language, not just facial, but all together. Think of you as a human. When you talk to someone you care about, you read their body language, you sense them, you hear their tone of voice, so there's a lot of data input that comes into your mind. And then you read, oh, this person is sad, let me give them a hug, and so on. So it takes a lot of science, a lot of AI building and testing, and then, well, empathy, actually giving a shit about people.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.